What is up, family? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, comments, and subscriptions. Check out my podcast, family, Restful Revelations, on Spotify and Apple. We are about to tap into some energy. Show me what I need to see for the collective at this time, Spirit. Hey. Oh. Show me what I need. Eight of birds. Excuse you. Eight of birds. Wheel of Fortune. Eight of trees. So there's been judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse. So, okay, so something's been going on at your work. At your place of business. Okay, something is some I can't even talk. Yeah. Something was being judged. Okay. Eight of birds. There could be some people that were judging you at work and they're releasing judgment. Yeah. So there could be some people that were judging your work. Some people from the past. I see past lives coming out. Yeah, but there's some, judgment in reverse. Someone tried to throw you under judgment because of the work that you do. Some people was judging you. They were misjudging you for the work that you do. A whole heap of people. Okay, a heap of them, family. I say heap because that's what just came out. A whole lot of people was judging you. A whole lot of them was judging you, and they couldn't even see. They was all the way far back there. They couldn't even see what you had going on. They was just judging from a distance, family. They was judging you from a distance. They couldn't even really see you all the way up there. They could see the sparks. They could see the energy. They could see the shine, but they couldn't see that much. They was in the nosebleed seats judging. They was mad because they could only afford to judge. I mean, not judge. They could only afford the nosebleed seats. So they was judging you because of what they couldn't afford. All right, because they couldn't afford to get up close. You feel me? So they was judging you. They were you know what I'm saying? Like, projecting. They're mad. Imagine coming to a show to see you do your door deals, family, and they're mad because they could only purchase the nosebleed seats, family. They were only able to purchase the nosebleed seats, and they were mad about that. They were mad because they couldn't see the full story, this full show, so they decided to talk, all right? Run their mouth. All right, why? Because they're mad anyway. They got to sit all the way back there. They can't get close. They want to be there so bad, family. So they bought the tickets even though it was still a far way, a far view. All right, they still wanted to buy the tickets, still wanted to say they were there. All right, that's what type of energy this is. They bought the tickets just to say they were there, just to talk shit. Because they couldn't be up close to you, family. All right, these are people who were mad because they couldn't get close to you, family. All right, I have decided to release judgment. So anyway. Okay. Creating freaking tornado over the 8 of trees. What you were building, creating a tornado over it. Creating darkness over it. You know what I'm saying? But you outshine the darkness. All right? This tornado, you outshine the darkness. All right? The darkness they was trying to create over your 8 of Pentacles, what you been building with this tornado. They was trying to, you know what I'm saying? You building this, right? You feel me? You feel me? You building all this. And you know what a tornado do. Okay, you know what a tornado do to a housing complex or a house in general. Just a place, just a house. You know what a tornado does, family. Okay? You know what it does. It will suck up all that shit. So these people got together and created a tornado around your work. Around whatever you were building, family. They tried to create a tornado. Well, they did create a tornado. However, judgment in reverse, it didn't do shit. It just brought more people to the show. All right? It brought more people to your show. That's all it did, family. So anyway, and then, negative talk, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And things could have, tornado coming through. Not saying that there are. Okay, so that's also giving me this energy as well. Whatever foundation your stuff was built on, it was built on a sturdy foundation. So by them, banding up, becoming a tornado, trying to break down your, I'll huff, I'll puff, I'll blow your whole shindigaroo. Let me blow it all down. They got together to blow your shit down, family. All right, mind you, you're sturdy. Get sturdy. You're sturdy, family. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you've been building is solid. Solid as a rock. Whatever it is you've been building is solid. So this tornado, they get band together and crowded your shit like a tornado trying to suck your shit up. They couldn't break your platform. You solid. You hear me? You solid. You feel me? You solid. They couldn't break that. They couldn't break the foundation, family. Whatever foundation it is. All right? And the cold part about it is, even if they could, you solid. You solid. You solid. You solid. So they couldn't break it. So it didn't matter how many of them got together and created this tornado, trying to wipe your foundation. That's what you didn't create. This right there, you created all that, family. You created that. And they created this tornado together. All right, you created this right here by yourself, while they created this tornado together to wipe your shit out. They tried to wipe your shit out. All right, they got together to try to wipe your shit out. Now they're standing in attention. All right, now they're just standing there watching with their mouths open. Their mouths are dropped. They're drooling and shit. All right, they're drooling, trying to judge you. Okay, now they're drooling. Shit. Okay. I had to grow out the concrete. I had to stroll through the trenches. That's the energy that this is. I had to grow out the concrete. I had to stroll through the trenches. Okay? You feel me? That's what this is right here. You grew out the concrete and you strolled through the trenches. Alright? For real, for real. Until you figure something out. Until you figure something out. You finally figured something out, family. Okay? I just heard the world's greatest. You finally figured something out. Whatever you figured out, lit a whole community. You built a whole community. You hear me? Whatever you found out, you built a whole community off your own back. You did this off your own strength, off your own muscle. You did this. All right, and they got mad. Whoever these people is, they got mad and got together and wanted to make you feel a type of way about something that you done did off your own strength and off your muscle. And whoever these people is will want the same in return. They will want that same fucking respect in return. But they're the same people that can't give it to other people. How dare I give that same respect to someone else, even though I want that shit in return, and then be bitching and moaning about not getting it in return. Well, hey, motherfucker, you don't give it in return. So how you gonna want to get it in return? That's what type of people these is. All right, some peons, some marks. That's what they are. Okay, one more card before I go, cause I can't stand a hating motherfucker. So anyway, Five of Wands. Now they in the Five of Wands. Let them stay where they be. Let them rock where they at. All right, real talk, family. That just fucking pissed me off because I can't stand a hater. Stop hating. Okay, like what the fuck wrong with you? You can do it too. What the fuck? Anybody can. Yeah. Anyway, one more card. Yeah, and whatever. Okay, yeah, I did get a little angry. Because I can't. Yeah, the fighter. You had to fight through some. You had to fight. You had to stand up for what you built. Alright, when this tornado came, you had to fight through that tornado. Because it was coming. You heard me? You can't stop a tornado from coming. It's coming. So you see this person, this fighter, they solid. They there with it. And then you had to be there with it within this tornado. You had to learn how to move through some energy. Okay, move through some wind. You have to learn how to move through some wind, move through some emotions. All right? Because within this tornado is inner thoughts. All these people's inner thoughts are within this tornado. So they're pushing their inner thoughts through your foundation. Through your Eight of Pentacles. I'm stuttering. They're pushing, these are their inner thoughts. Okay? In this tornado, wrapped around this tornado. And they're pushing it through your foundation. All right? Trying to push their inner thoughts so you can be, that's why you have to stay strong. and stand tall. All right, so you wouldn't get wrapped in these people's inner thoughts that was trying. Because if this was able to get you down, then you would have been wrapped in their inner thoughts, and you would have said fuck what you was working on. You feel me? You would have said F it and walked away because of all this insecurity inside of this tornado. It's a tornado full of insecurities, what that is. All right, that tried to wipe your shit away. People being insecure about they self because they didn't want to hop off the porch on no shit. Okay, because they need this and they need that and they need all this to do something. When everything you need is right in front of you. Straight up. And again, if you needed, you didn't had it, but you didn't need it when you had it. Something else was more important than that need of whatever the fuck. Something was more important than that. So you just, and we've all been there where we trying to do something, you know what I'm saying? And those inner thoughts get to us. Or those projected thoughts try to get through to us. Okay? Or inner thoughts. However you see it, try to get to us. And then we don't do what we say we're going to do. Or we procrastinate. This group of people, this is a group of procrastinators. Okay? The heavy procrastinators. Okay? The heavy procrastinators. All right? They are. So these are their inner projections. Inner turmoil, inner conflict, all that shit trying to wipe out your shit. Because you're not procrastinating if you didn't build all this. You're very handy with your hands. Very handy with your hands. You built something strong. Okay, so you should be proud of the work that you did. You should be proud of your carpenter skills and things like that. I don't know. Yeah, you should be proud of that. All right, that you wasn't affected by this tornado. Okay, of haters. A tornado full of haters. All right. These people don't know the way, so they want to get in your way. Okay, that's what it is. They don't know the way, so they want to get in your way. All right, they want to interfere in your, rhythmic pattern. They want to interfere in it. Okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what they want to do. They like, well, I don't know the way, so I want to go get in the way of the collective. However, if they were to pay attention to their own self, then, you know what I'm saying, they would know the way. All right? And stop being so damn negative and hateful. And just, negative and hateful. Like, get your negative ass on. Stop being so damn negative and hateful. All right? Stop being a hater. People just be haters. And it's always going to show, family. No matter how much they try to hide it. They're always going to glitch. All right, so be mindful of that. These people are always going to glitch. They're going to glitch out and you're going to see them for who they really are. You feel me? If you have any, if you're wondering, right? This person, I don't know about this person because their energy is off. They're always going to glitch. Them haters, they always be glitching. They always do. Okay? And these people, whoever they are, they just a bunch of losers mad at you. Imagine you supporting a bunch of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? When people do whatever they do, okay, you support them and shit like that. But these people want to come in and cause a tornado of insecurities around your shit. Okay? Thinking that tornado was going to break your foundation down. Thinking it was going to rip through some shit. However, you built some shit on a sturdy foundation. You built it off of your mind was sturdy when you built it. If the foundation ain't gonna be sturdy if your mind is not sturdy. All right, if your mind is not strong. Excuse the snore, my baby is asleep in my arms. Then your mind is not gonna be. What am I saying? Yeah. So if you build a foundation, and your mind is everywhere, that shit gonna break down. Okay, because you built it and your mind was not sound. So you putting screws and shit where it don't go, where it shouldn't go. You feel me? Because your mind is everywhere. You're building something. This is if your mind wasn't, this would, okay. So mind you, these people saying you didn't lost your mind and shit like that. How you gonna lose your mind if they created some type of tornado, right? They created a tornado. They saying you crazy or whatever the fuck they were saying. All right, that's what this tornado of insecure, crazy ass shit they were saying. Just weird shit. Okay, and they're trying to break down your foundation. If you was not sound mind, then this tornado of insecurities would have broke down your fucking foundation. All right, it would have broke down your platform if you were not secure within self. All right, so that shows shit gonna really, the truth gonna always speak. All right, the truth gonna always come to the light. All right, it always is. It always is. It always is. All right, because ain't no way you can build something. Ain't no way. If you didn't have a sound mind, there's no way you could build this Eight of Pentacles by yourself. There's no fucking way you could do that if your mind was not sound. Okay? If you didn't have control of your mind. Or somewhat control of your mind. Okay? Take control. When your thoughts drift to other shit, you take back control of it. Those thoughts. Those idle thoughts. Okay? If you're defense. Back to defense. Those idle thoughts. Take back control of that energy. You took control of this energy, this tornado that was, coming for you. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, you better shut that door. Okay. That's what they was doing. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, you better shut your doors. You ain't even shut no doors. You left your doors open. Your window was open and everything. In this foundation. And this tornado went through and didn't affect shit. Your shit, your things, it could have created the only thing this tornado, I will say this tornado did to your platform, to your foundation, is created a outage. Okay, so you may have had some lights go off. May have had some things slowing down in whatever you were doing. That's all it created, was a little pause. Okay, like when we really have tornadoes and shit like that, and lights turn off and pauses happen, and you gotta get lights turned on, you may have to get your internet turned back on and things like that. A temporary outage, that's what you have, family. A temporary outage due to this little tornado. Okay, that's all that it was affected, was a temporary outage. Okay, temporary layoff, good times, easy credit rip off, scratching and surviving. Good times. Okay, so somebody's scratching and surviving. So a lot of these people are scratching and surviving. Temporary layoffs, easy credit ripoffs, scratching, you know what I'm saying? Doing things like that. Okay, and they're mad. They were. So they attacked you. Together. They got together and they did whatever they did. All right, but again, family, all they created was a temporary outage. Okay. Now the lights are back on, family. All right. And you figured out how to turn the lights back on without even calling the people. You ain't even have to call the people to turn the lights back on, family. You figured out how to do it yourself, family. That's how dope you are. You figured out you're an electrician, family. All right, whoever I'm speaking to is an electrician. You turn them lights on your own damn self. After the tornado left, after you were clear of the tornado, you immediately got back to work to turn your lights back on. And now you're thriving. Back again. All right? Vessel, you are the truth. You are the truth.